Donald Trump promised peace. For years, he rejected war with Iran. He said no to targeting their leaders. He drew a red line he swore he would never cross. Then, on February 28, 2026, everything changed. The largest U.S. military operation in 23 years. The supreme leader of Iran dead, a region on fire. What made him change his mind? A secret phone call, fatal intelligence, and a prime minister who had been pushing for months. This is the secret history of how Netanyahu pushed Trump into war. In 2016, Donald Trump campaigned on ending America's forever wars. He promised to bring troops home. No more Middle East entanglements. No more nation building. During the 2024 campaign, his allies pushed the same message. Senior advisor Stephen Miller wrote, "Trump at peace," contrasting him with what he called warmongering neocons. Yet even as he promised peace, his warnings about Iran grew sharper. He repeatedly said Iran would never be allowed to obtain a nuclear weapon. A red line had been drawn. In June 2025, Trump ordered B-2 bombers to strike Iranian nuclear facilities. He declared on Truth Social that they were completely destroyed, but something remained untouched. At Israel's urging, military planners presented him with options to target Iran's leadership. Trump refused. Killing a head of state was too destabilizing. He drew his own line. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had been pressing for military action against Iran for years. But after the June 2025 strikes, his push intensified. Israel's intelligence community warned that Iran was secretly rebuilding. Despite the June strikes, key facilities deep inside mountains remained operational and untouchable. Throughout late 2025 and early 2026, Israeli officials repeatedly asked for advanced U.S. bunker-buster weapons. Washington hesitated. Each request was met with delays. Netanyahu's frustration grew. He believed time was running out. If Iran reached nuclear capability, Israel's existence would be threatened. He needed Trump to act. On February 11th, Netanyahu met with Trump in Washington. The meeting lasted 3 hours. Topics included Iran's nuclear program, intelligence sharing, and potential military action. On February 23rd, Netanyahu called Trump with urgent news. Israeli intelligence had located Iran's supreme leader. They knew where Ayatollah Ali Khamenei would be on February 28th. Israeli media later described this as fatal intelligence. Information so precise and time-sensitive that it could change the course of history. They called it a once-in-a-decade opportunity. The intelligence pinpointed Khamenei's location, a leadership compound in downtown Tehran. A meeting of senior officials was scheduled. The window was narrow. The risk was enormous. Israel's proposal, a joint US-Israeli strike, American bunker busters and air support, Israeli intelligence and precision. Together they could achieve what neither could alone. Trump faced a dilemma. He had refused to target Khamenei before, but this intelligence was different. This wasn't assassination for its own sake. This was about crippling Iran's leadership at a critical moment. But there was another pressure Trump was facing. Investigations into Jeffrey Epstein's network were intensifying, and Trump's name appeared in documents. In early 2024, hundreds of pages of Epstein-related documents were unsealed. Trump's name appeared approximately 250 times across 50 documents. The revelations threatened his image. By early 2026, investigations were intensifying. New questions were being asked. Trump's legal team was preparing for what could come next. Distraction can be useful. Some observers noted the timing. A major military operation shifts public attention. It rallies the nation. It changes the news cycle. Coincidence or calculation? There is no direct evidence that Trump launched the war to distract from Epstein investigations, but the timing raised questions, and in politics, timing is everything. Throughout February, American and Iranian diplomats met indirectly in Geneva, mediated by Oman. 3 rounds of talks, 3 rounds of deadlock. Iran's position never changed. They would not abandon their enrichment program. It was a matter of national pride and sovereignty. They had already made concessions. They would not make more. America's demand was equally firm: zero enrichment, permanent, verifiable. Anything less was unacceptable. The gap was unbridgeable. On February 27th, Oman's foreign minister announced significant progress. Iran had agreed to reduce stockpiles, but enrichment would continue. For Trump, this wasn't enough. Trump later explained, "We sought repeatedly to make a deal. They didn't want to give us what we have to have." The diplomatic path had failed. Only one option remained. On the evening of February 27th, Trump entered the Situation Room. Around him, military advisors, intelligence officials, and a single phone line to Jerusalem. The moment had come. The final briefing confirmed what Israeli intelligence had provided: Khamenei's location, the timing, the risks. Success was not guaranteed, but the window would close forever after February 28th. At 6:20 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on February 28th, 9:50 a.m. in Tehran, explosions were reported in the Iranian capital. The joint US-Israeli operation had begun. On March 1st, Iranian state media confirmed that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei had been killed in the strikes. Dozens of senior officials also died. A new era had begun. Netanyahu's months of pressure, the fatal intelligence on Khamenei's location, the failed Geneva talks, the Epstein investigations, all of these factors converged in one decision: history will debate which mattered most. Iran has a new leader. The region is on edge. The war is not over. What happens next will depend on decisions made in the coming days and weeks. This documentary is based on reports from the New York Times, Axios, Anadolu Ajansı, Times Now, BBC News, and other verified sources. Every statement can be traced to these reports. Follow Echoes of Time for more history documentaries and current events analysis. Subscribe so you never miss a chapter. Comment below. What do you think? Was Netanyahu the driving force? Did the Epstein investigations play a role? Or was this simply about stopping Iran's nuclear program?